Hi.
Hello.
I am Maria Wada. I'm a pro dancer and yoga instructor from Japan, and I have my friend with me. Her name is Allaune. We met on tour for Madonna 2015, and she's currently on tour with Madonna. And if you want to introduce yourself.
Hi everybody, my name is Allaune, like she said. I'm from France. I moved to LA 3 years ago after Madonna's tour, my first Madonna's tour, where I met Maria right here. And yes, I'm a professional dancer, so we're gonna talk today.
Yeah, today I want to talk about the topic of learning or mastering some skill, or maybe extension of our calling and purpose of life and all that great stuff. We get a lot of questions about how did you make it to doing this for life, you know? So I think it's a nice topic to talk about because we get paid for what we love, which is dance. For that itself, I think we can call ourselves somewhat experts. Yeah. But we always have to be humble. We just talked about it. There's always somebody better than you, no matter what.
We both are from different countries, and we met on one job in the United States, and I feel that our story is really different. How we made it, we end up here. But I started dancing like following friends and like, okay, I'm just gonna do your activity. And then I just fell in love with the process. I love to dance, but the process was what I really loved, and I think that's what helped me the most in my career to become a professional, because if you don't like the process, it's gonna be so hard, because it's more work before you go on stage, so much more. So I got lucky to meet a lot of amazing people that inspired me a lot, all my teachers and the group I've danced in. On Facebook, I saw an audition for Madonna, and it was in Paris. Yeah, on Facebook. I didn't know
that. So crazy.
Yeah, and it's just crazy because it's so I'm in a group called Wanted Posse, and there is a dancer from my crew that already toured with her before. She used a lot of French dancers. The one that posted on Facebook was I used to train with his mom, so I also knew him before. And so I sent a video. Yeah, it's like everything is really connected, but it's not like I know them and they asked me to go, and I still made the effort to like propose myself. But so then the audition process was really long, and then I met you in New York during the last process, the last audition.
But also I want to ask, like, you did a lot of different styles.
Yes.
And then trained a lot of different things.
Yes.
And I want to talk about that.
Okay.
Like how old were you when you started training, and you know, what did you train, where did you go?
So I was 10 years old. I used to live in Africa, and in Ivory Coast, and I used to do a lot of gymnastic there. But I was really bad because I was not really flexible. Like gymnastic, you have to be extremely flexible, and I was like regular flexible. And my brother was a really amazing gymnast, so I followed him everywhere. When I moved to France, I started to take dance classes, and I really loved it. But I still follow my brother that was doing gymnastic, and so I always was inspired by him. He was also doing breaking. And it was like missing school to go train in the train station.
That's cool.
And so I always saw that on the side, but I was really like jazz contemporary, like doing this. I met another friend that was like, come to my hip-hop class, and I was like, no, I can't, I have ballet class, I can't. I did 3 years of gymnastic, and then I started jazz, and then the year after I started ballet. So I kind of started jazz and ballet at the same time because they're so connected. And
did you want to start?
Actually, no. I didn't want to. My mom forced me to do ballet.
Oh, cool.
Because my jazz teacher was like, go to ballet, it's so good, you guys gonna improve. So every day she will push us to go to ballet class. So my mom was like, okay, there is a ballet class next to our house, you should go. And I was like, no, I don't know anybody. I have no friends there, so I don't want to go. So it's just because of friends that I didn't want to go. And then I ended up loving it, so I kept doing it at the same time as I was doing jazz. I went in high school, so I was 16 years old, and yeah, like 6 years later, I discovered hip hop, and that changed my life. I started training really old school type of hip hop and a little bit of house. Like, I feel like I discovered a whole new world because in France there is a big underground scene, so there is like a huge community, and they meet like in a train station to do a battle where there is no money involved, nothing. There is like a huge battle in like an arena where I performed later with you with Madonna. So it's like there is so many levels. Yeah, it's huge but small at the same time to keep like the authenticity. So I train hip hop and house a lot. I keep doing a lot of battles with my crew. That's where I met some of the people that will be important in my life later without really knowing. And then I kind of stopped because I think I wanted to be a professional, and so I decided to go to a professional art school for dance.
I see.
Yeah. I really saw that I had potential, but it was really jazz.
In France?
In France.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's where I met Corinne Lancel, which is Marvin's mom.
Yeah. She was dancing now.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And Marvin is the choreographer of Madonna, so that's the connection also. So I did this professional school, and then I decided to go to a professional school in New York, which is Alvin Ailey. And it was a lot of money so I had to work on the side so much, like a lot at the hospital, at the cinema, teaching class. Like I was like, I need to make it, I need to go, because even outside of dance, I really wanted to go to the States and like live there for a little bit. So it was a good combination to have like a purpose of like, I'm gonna train dance and focus on this, but at the same time I'm gonna realize my little American dream and like drink Starbucks in the street. You know,
drink Starbucks is American dream.
Yeah, it's like what I was seeing on TV, so I wanted to
cool.
see that.
Your long whole journey of life.
And then I didn't have money anymore, so I couldn't stay. I decided to go home and to pursue my career in France, and that's where I entered Wanted Posse. And Paradoxal started, so it's my group back home. My crew back home, and we do a lot of theater shows. So we're gonna create a piece of like an hour, 2 hours, and tour with this piece, or we're gonna do little shows and like perform in like different events. So I always kind of perform in groups. That was my
like a professional dancer life before States.
It was really like always in a group, and I felt like something was missing a little bit. I felt like I wanted to go further and discover more, and like also because I started with jazz and ballet and all of that, and what I was doing was really hip hop and underground. And I was like, I want to be able to do different style and still dance, but different approach of dance. So I started to take like commercial hip hop class in France, and I didn't like it. But I was like, I really want to be able to do what I see. Like I was watching on internet, there is so many things for example, Kioni and Mary. I was watching a lot their work, and I love it. It's really like choreographically, like it's kind of like hybrid hip hop, but like contemporary a little bit.
More choreography.
So I was like, I want to do all those styles, but I don't have it here, like where I am. So I was like, I should travel and like see other stuff, and then audition for Madonna.
That's perfect timing.
Yeah, it was perfect timing.
Yeah. And then she moved to LA after.
Yes.
Rest in peace, Street.
Yes.
Okay. So for me, I started dance when I was 15, so I started late. I kind of always liked dancing, like, you know, pretend to be Britney Spears and stuff when I was like 13. I always liked music, I always liked singing actually. And then when I was 15, I started going like a hip-hop class once a week. Also, I was practicing with my friends on the street, almost like a self-taught, and I thought I was a shit because I didn't know anyone that's really good, or I just don't know anything better. So So I was just like doing my own thing, and I thought I was a really good dancer, but I wasn't. I was super weak. But I just don't know what to do because the teacher was just a street dancer. So when I seek for advice, he would know what to say to me. I went to Britney Spears concert in Tokyo, and I just blindly decided I want to do it. I was like, this is it. I'm gonna do it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, I need to go to America. So 17, I moved to LA. I'm an audition. I'm like super crazy.
17.
Yeah.
It is really young.
Yeah.
That's dope.
After high school, but my parents are like, you're gonna end up on the street. So I find like a music college in Japan, and my parents agree for me to go there. And then during the college, there's a 3-month program to go to New York. And then that was the first time I went to the States to dance in New York for 3 months. And I got exposed to contemporary and jazz, and I just realized I couldn't do anything like it. And I was like, oh my god, I'm such a bad dancer. So I just realized I need to train. I need this. I need more stronger core. I need to be versatile. So after 3 months, I came back to Japan. I'm like, I just need to train. So I begged my parents that I move to New York to train for 2 years, or like a year, or not some type of length, but they're not really happy about it. So I had to work side jobs and like 7-Eleven, and like wake up super early to like give out free paper and stuff, and I kind of saved a little bit. But my grandma ended up helping me for the fund for the school in New York to train. 20, I moved to New York, trained 2 years, jazz and ballet, and also met a lot of great choreographers in New York. Also I went to Monsters of Hip Hop, and I met a lot of people, choreographers, and I met my agency back in the day, got sponsored. I need to be in the States. So I got artist visa afterwards, and rest is history. I started auditioning in LA, working. But as for me, because I was only training since 15 to 20 something, so it's pretty short time. So when I started working, I just started to realize I'm just not a skilled dancer. So I always, the first couple years of working here, I was like, I feel like I'm a really bad dancer who got lucky, or like I just had a passion, and I know I had a good musicality, but I just had to catch up with the skill a lot. So I started training more freestyling. So it's like I'm working, but I need to train, and I think that shouldn't stop either forever.
Yeah, but it's good that you had the moment where you were like, I need to keep training.
Because I was bad.
Because I feel like people
anything.
do the opposite sometimes. When they make it as a professional,
And
that's
then
where they're like, okay, let me work, I trained enough.
So when we train dancing, because we were talking about dancing, a lot of people or parents or teacher would say, you just have to do all the genre, everything throw at you, you have to do it. Like maybe you hear that. Should you do everything?
That's a good question. Because like in my story, like I said, I forgot about it, but my mom forced me to do ballet, and I really loved it, but I really took it as a fun activity. So for 5 years, I was not getting better.
Because you just did.
I was just like, oh, it's fun, let me go. Compared to jazz, where I was like, okay, jazz, I'm working every class I'm working, I'm getting better. But ballet, I was just doing it to do it because I love the music and all of that. And then, like we were talking before, like when I went to the professional school and I started to do ballet there again, I understood why I needed it. And in 2 years, my level went so high. I mean,
so high.
So high. I was like,
we're Madonna.
no. Like compared to where I was, the progression was so intense in 2 years compared to the 5 years I've done before.
Yeah, so it is really important to make a connection of I need to do this, I need to get better, so you concentrate more. And you know,
Yeah.
if you don't have the meaning behind it or passion behind it, it's really hard to get better. You just have to make a connection to get better, but also you need to be open to a lot of different things, like you were saying. Different training, any physical stuff helps a lot towards dance. For me, like going out helps.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Going out really changed my life.
Like
also
it just,
dance-wise.
because
Yeah.
I do choreography, you know, a lot of stuff has to go with the music, especially commercial world, tour, go with the music. So musicality is really big. So when you like going out and then listening to your favorite song and just, you know, that helps.
And also like to discover yourself. I feel like going out I was more free, like because even before so I started going out in clubs with this one.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
During Madonna, during the tour we did with Madonna, we went out a lot and we danced so much. Like
that changed
I feel like that's also why I connect a lot with you. It's because when we would go out, we would dance together a lot. And before that, I used to do a lot of freestyle, so I was already a freestyler. But it's so different when you freestyle to be chosen for a battle. Like you have 30 seconds, you have to show your best. Or you do an audition and you have to freestyle and you have to show your universe in like 1 minute. But when you go out, it's like time has no importance. How you look has no importance. It's like just you and the music and the people around you. So I feel like the feeling is like so different and you connect more with yourself. I mean, I connected more with myself.
I mean, I can say the same. Musicality and then finding my character, or like finding who I am as a moving person. But interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, no. I would like
Since you were already training freestyle, so I thought it was kind of like a same thing, because I'm more like a party freestyler compared to but in 1 minute I never really trained like that. So club or going out was my freestyle moment to discover. I went into studio and trained too, but it's like not intensely.
Oh my god,
It's different.
I used to cry when I had to freestyle. Like we had to do it as a training, all of our classes. When I started hip hop, it was like we would train with the group, so we would train choreo and everything, and we would do like fake battles, like nobody's winning or just the teacher is choosing who's winning. But it was like, okay, now freestyle. But me, I was like, I come from jazz and ballet, so I would like improv, and they would laugh at me because I was so jazzy, and like they will call me samurai.
What?
Because I use a lot my arms. And
I see.
So yeah, it was really like freestyling was so hard at the beginning. I used to cry because I didn't want to do it, and now I'm like, please let's
you found those training to be fun, right?
At the beginning, no. But then because I was scared, and when I released of that scare and the scare of like being judged and like being compared, now I enjoyed it. When it was just for me to dance for me and to get better, but also to feel like it feels good to dance. So when I found this feeling good feeling, I really enjoyed it.
Same. Yeah. So going out in a club helps, and also you're saying about the football and all.
Yeah, it's like, because she was asking me like, did you do other style? And I feel like I did so many sports when I was younger. Like my mom put me in so many sports. Now I think about it, like I did sword. I did sword. I kept doing gymnastic, but I didn't like it. But also like one of my biggest mentor is the brother of who introduced me to hip hop. So Baru introduced me to hip hop, and his brother Baba is a big mentor of mine, and he's an amazing choreographer, an amazing dancer, and a genius in dance, I think. And he managed our group Paradoxal. and it's hard to manage a group because it's like so many personalities, and we're a group that have so many different style, and we come from different countries and different different style of dance also. And he really tried to manage us as a football team because he did a lot of football, so he would always give us image of like football, like, you know, you have the attaquant, I don't know how you say in English, but the one that gonna go to like do the goals and stuff. So you have like different personalities, different
offense and defense.
Yes, exactly, that's what it is. So there is so many in a team. You need different status and different role, and it's good to understand that because you can get lost, and it's not good to be always like the
offense
or like
defense.
It's good, like
to
in a team
up.
you need everything. So he learned a lot doing football, I think, and he gave us those information also. A captain, you know, like we don't really have a captain, but you have people that have this feeling of like, okay, we're gonna listen to them a little more than the
like
one that is like on the side, like, oh, what did you say, you know? So like in a football team you need this, it's really important, and I feel like we can have this in dance, even though it's not like said sometimes, but
dance is a lot of times in groups, so I think that helps a lot because like unless you're like completely solo entertainer, you have to be in the group and you have to know how to work with people, so I think that helps a lot. You know? So who knows what helps, you know, towards dancing. So it's finding the balance. You have to try things a lot, and when you find the connection and you can get better at it, and finding great mentor teachers helps. Sometimes an experienced teacher will give you wrong information at times, so find someone's like who's well respected, and like you can find the connection, you resonate with the person, and to finding great teacher to guide me and, you know, correct me. You know, that's for sure. And
it's funny now I think about it, because you remember like a couple years ago I was telling you that I feel like I miss that in LA. Like I
feel you, because I don't have one towards dance.
Now, like when you get professional and like you're like more grown, you don't always have a mentor or someone like helping you to find your way or to work towards this or this. And I had a moment in LA when I was working, and I missed that, because working is nice, but I think like we're the same, like we like to keep going, to keep growing. And like if you work, you can lose the passion, and it's really dangerous, and the only way to keep it is to keep training growing. Yourself, keep learning, and
you can always get better than yesterday, even if you're already getting paid for it. You know, finding discovering more, that's for sure. Well, especially like when you're younger, your parents or your teachers or, you know, the people around you tell you what to do a lot. And sometimes it's good to like just try and see what happens. You might like it, so it's nice to be always open. Who knows? And you know, that might lead you to your calling, and you know, like what you love to do, that could be lead you to what you get paid for. And I feel like that's really amazing thing, and I think we are the lucky one who we love dance and we get paid for it. And I think those things are rare, because like what if like you are in the opposite direction entire life, but your calling was like more on that way, you know? Sorry, I was covering my face. So but what if, okay, another thing, what if you love it so much, you're training, it's not going anywhere? Or I see those people sometimes, it's difficult to say, but it might not be your purpose, or it's hard to admit it sometimes because you love it. I feel like I have certain things like that. I love piano, I love playing piano. I thought I was gonna be a pianist before I started dancing, but I just couldn't get so much better than everybody else, and I was frustrated because I loved it so much. But now I have piano, it's my hobby, and that makes me happy, and then that's great. So it's kind of hard to keep going, and then it's good to actually
have a hobby.
have a hobby, make it a hobby. It's okay, you know, like, and you're the one need to notice that it's like, okay, this is my hobby. It doesn't have to be profession, because to keep it as a profession, you need to have so much passion.
Yeah.
Because the minute it become jobs,
it changes.
It changes.
Yeah.
So, and then follow what feels easy and in the flow for you. I believe that to be your calling. Following the feeling of I feel right, it feels easy, it's flowing for me, you know. Even your calling is right there, but everybody else is going in this direction, and everybody's following one thing, and you kind of feel like you have to go that direction. So, yeah, so you just have to just ignore everybody.
Oh my god, I totally did that.
Yeah?
Yeah, because when I did the professional dance school, like, it was to get a diploma to be a teacher. And so everybody in this in my grade was studying for this, but me, I didn't really wanted to do this, but that's how the school was, and I wanted the training of the school. So I was like training for the diploma, and then I start thinking like, okay, and then next year I train this for this diploma and this, but that's really not what I wanted to do. But because everybody was doing this, it was like the mental, like, okay, I'm building my life like this because I should be like this. But then I get so many bad grades. Like, I was,
because you were forcing yourself.
I was like, you know, like, we have, it's on 20 points, and I had 7.
Does it change? Okay.
Yeah,
because we got a little dark.
I got 7 points, so it's like really bad. But it doesn't, like, in my head I was like, oh, I got really bad grades, but I still want to be a dancer. Like, this is not gonna change.
Yeah, it's dance. There's so many different direction. Her calling was not to get a diploma, but she danced for Madonna, so, you know. Yeah, so there's so many different answers, and so finding your answer is very important.
Maybe, like, really listen to yourself, and like,
not even maybe, listen to yourself.
It's good to listen to the other people to
Sometimes,
learn and have the information, like, of your parents, your family, your brother, or whatever, because maybe when they're older they know better, but this has to be added to what you feel and what you think, more than to become what you have to think and what you have to do. Like, use people advice to choose what you want to do.
So now the one last question for Allaune. Why do I have this? So one last question for Allaune. What's the purpose of your life? Why do you dance? That's 2 questions.
Yeah, I'm gonna respond to the why do I dance, because I love it and people seems to enjoy watching me perform. So I think that's why I continue. And what's the purpose of life? Purpose of life, what is it? I think it changed a lot. It really depends what stage of my life I am. And I feel like a couple years ago was like, I have to create a life where I'm happy and I feel good, and I have to, yeah. And now it's getting towards like, I cannot be happy alone, and I really want to make a good community with my family and my close friends. And I wish we can all be happy, and I know it will be all different, but it's really the connection with people that makes, I think, is the purpose of life. Connecting with people, and even being on tour right now, I'm like, I am forced to be with other people that I don't know, and it's amazing because I don't have the choice to connect with them. The connection happens. And I think that's what life is about, connecting with people. And as a performer, we connect with the audience, and like you said, if there is no audience, there is no performance for us. So yeah, connection is the purpose of life for the purpose of life. Okay. So I guess I should ask you, what is your purpose? Now I want
purpose.
Now I want to ask you, what is your purpose? And yeah.
Okay. So for me, I used to be super selfish. I try to serve myself every single day. I try to get something, material goods, possessiveness. But now I really want to serve people. I really want to make people happy, and that makes me happy. It's just a great, great feeling that I could contribute to this world, or like maybe something comes out better because of how I can serve. So that's the ultimate for sure. And happen to be mine is like with dance and with yoga. Yoga I'm practicing so much now, and hopefully I gain more knowledge, I gain more what I can give, so I can continue passing on the information I learned to other people, so the world will be better. So that's my purpose.
That's a good one.
Yes. So let's conclude this video. Thank you for being here with me.
Thank you for inviting me.
So hopefully you learn something every day, and then your life will be exciting and connect with people, and I hope that lead you to something so meaningful to you. Hope you have a great day. So much love to you.
Yes, and yes, have a good day. And I watch your videos, even though I can call her and ask the information, but I like to watch your videos because they're so positive. So I hope this one with me in it was also really positive to you, because I enjoy watching you. So I hope you enjoy watching us.
And then check Allaune out.
Yeah.
Check me out. Okay. Bye bye. Have a great rest of the year.